Hello, and welcome back to some more Rune Factory 2, everyone. You know what? She's right here. We need some materials.
We need platinum and gold. Silver we're good on.
Yeah.
I don't remember if it was 6 platinum or 6 gold.
We needed 5 of each because we already had 1 platinum.
Okay. Alright. You sure? Yeah, okay, that makes sense, yes.
So I figure I might as well just buy all of this platinum. Alright, so let's just buy the 4. And we'll see if we can find an extra one. So we're about, what, a third of the way-ish through recording the episode when my computer decided it didn't want to be part of this anymore.
Yes. That sounds about right.
So we talked about some events and stuff, but overall, not very much, and yeah, that's about it.
The computer got so bored it decided to leave.
Yes. And frankly, I don't blame it. But also, in recent news, new Magic set is already starting to get spoiled. Yes, the last Magic set only just came out. Next one is already in spoiler season. And it's like, get a clue, Wizards of the Coast. Back in my day, there'd be like 3 sets a year. The current set could just coast for months and months at a time before we'd get another set. And that's what...
Was that line, get a clue, a joke?
Yes, thank you. For those of y'all who aren't in the know about it, Wizards of the Coast is doing a set based off of Clue. You know, the board game?
Honestly, I think it makes more sense to go the other way around. Make, like, a very, like, just, Magic the Gathering themed game of Clue.
I mean, but that isn't getting used for a Magic set. So now we could actually have... so they're making, what, the locations as land cards. The murder instruments seem to be equipments. Ooh, what is this thing on? Man. So far they've revealed the lead pipe as an artifact clue equipment.
And the, player characters, well, versions of them. For some reason, instead of Colonel Mustard, it's Commander Mustard.
I think it's going to be slightly different versions of the typical character.
However, the thing is, there already are a bunch of variants, like, of, like, the typical ones, like, in the current versions of, like, the actual board game and stuff. And, like, the video game iterations of it, so, for all I know, they actually could be just straight-up existing ones. But, what I want to know is, are they gonna have a card for Mr. Body?
No. Body?
Yeah, Mr. Body. The victim.
Yeah, I know who Mr. Body is.
Kind of the core character in the whole thing being dead the whole time.
They're gonna make a ghost card for them. Well, if they don't, then there'll be no body to lean on. You set yourself up for that thing.
Look, I just want somebody to love.
I mean, didn't you have a whole, like, polycule? Oh, right, here's the rock pile. Last time we spent about 20 minutes breaking rocks and stuff, and we got 1 gold for all of our effort. So who knows, maybe this time we'll get more. Maybe.
One and a half.
1.5 pieces of gold, somehow. Speaking of pieces of gold, you remember Pirates of the Caribbean, the movie?
Yes.
That whole, like, chest of gold pieces that they had?
Yeah, the cursed pieces of 8, yes.
I've held one of those.
One of the actual ones from the set?
Yes.
Huh. I note that you say held.
Yeah, I had it in my hand.
Okay.
I took a picture of it and everything.
Didn't want to risk the curse?
I took a picture of myself holding it, and then I returned it. I did not steal the coin. Legally speaking.
What do you mean, legally speaking?
Legally speaking, I did not steal the coin.
The fact that you keep needing to clarify legally speaking makes me wonder.
Just wanted to point out that, legally speaking, I did not steal it. But I did hold one of the coins actually used on the set of Pirates of the Caribbean. So, you know, that was fun.
Yes.
Come on. This ghosty can...
Legal of the ghosties?
Ha 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 ha. When the hey do we get that gold?
Oh my god, I just you know what, with part of the conversation with the other thing from last night, I realized what is actually going on with Pinkie Pie.
What?
Okay, if we take, My Little Pony as like a D&D game, what happened is Pinkie Pie's player insisted on making a will save to disbelieve illusion, where there was no illusion in place, but rolled a nat 20, and thus got a glimpse of, the real world.
No. I know where you stole that idea from.
I mean, yes, but at the same time, it's perfect and makes perfect sense there. It also explains why she clearly lost her sanity at some point.
I still like the idea that she is essentially Saki K. Which explains why she's just obsessed with having sweets. Even to the point of...
I'll point out, he's not obsessed with having sweets. He likes coffee jelly. That's it.
No, he likes all sorts of sweets. Not just and only coffee jelly.
Yeah, but that's the only thing that, in particular he obsesses over.
There have been more than one... There has been more than one instance of him agreeing to do something for someone specifically because he'll get sweets. And not just because they'll give him coffee jelly. It's usually cake. Somewhat often it's cake.
Pretty sure the most often is coffee jelly.
I mean, outside of coffee jelly, it's most often cake.
Anything you say so.
What do you mean I've been sealed?
Sorry, what?
That little vine thing sealed me. Give me the seal status condition.
You got turned into a seal? Or...
Hello, everybody. My microphone is working now again. I don't know why it wasn't working before, but it wasn't. But now it is. And louder than it was before. And now my mouse is dead. And now it's working again. I don't know what's going on. Azura, please tell me you can still hear me.
I can still hear you. Can you still hear me?
I can still hear you. Good.
Okay. I just want to point out, I've told you a number of times before already. I know what the problem is.
It's me.
Gremlin.
It's not that I have gremlins, it's that I have the gremlins, what's the opposite of a prick? I have the gremlins flaw from Shadowrun. Every time that you use any piece of technology, it's like a, 15% chance that something will go wrong. For each piece of technology that you use.
Yeah, so you've got gremlins.
My little
Don't feed them after
gremlin.
midnight.
Oh, but I pretty much only eat after midnight.
Oh, well there's your problem there.
I mean, how could I not, right? Like, midnight was like 21 hours ago. So, I've been talking for a while with nobody being able to hear what I've been saying. The microphone didn't turn off, it didn't disconnect, it just stopped working.
Gee, where have I heard that before?
Every aspect of my life, up to and including this point.
Yes. You haven't died, you haven't disconnected, you just don't work.
I mean, I feel like I've disconnected from society quite a bit, personally.
So
I feel like I got...
with the YouTube channel.
Yeah, the person doing a YouTube Let's Play channel who barely edits her videos, spends no time on working on thumbnails, and doesn't try using clickbait to get viewers, or demanding people to subscribe and hit like on the videos. Or,
Remember to hit like, comment, and subscribe!
yeah, remember to hit the comment button?
And make sure to leave a subscribe down below.
Oh, and when you like, don't forget to hit the bell! Every time I upload a Magicraft video, I get an email saying that it can't be, like, monetized. I think it uses, like, copyright music or whatever. It doesn't give my channel a strike, and I make zero money off the channel, so I don't really care. But it seems occasionally the Magicraft videos are definitely the most popular.
Interesting.
Whee! Okay. I have the feeling that someday, like 30 years from now, someone is going to go through, like, all of my old YouTube videos and just try to make a timeline of, like, my life. It's like, oh yes, you can tell that this video was done before she had that surgery. But the next one in the series, this one, was definitely done after. Blah 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 blah. It's like,
This one was the last one that she did before she realized she was actually a cat.
You're gonna make me a VTuber figure and it's just gonna be a cat, isn't it? Not even a cat girl, just a cat.
Exactly.
It's gonna be like that lawyer thing all over again.
Like what thing?
The lawyer?
Lawyer?
Back during the height of COVID, even court proceedings were done over Zoom.
Oh, yes, okay.
for those who still don't remember it, there was one clip that was shared around online of a lawyer in a Zoom call for a court case who had like an overlay or something on that made them look like a cat.
Okay, that wasn't the thing I was thinking of. But okay,
Oh.
that's
Yeah,
also
no,
fun.
yeah. So it's like, my assistant and I are trying to figure out how to turn this off, but I am ready to proceed. I'm ready to go forward with this if you are. I just want it on the record. I just want to mention, for the record, I am not a cat. It's like, I am prepared to go forward with this if you are. But just so you know, I am not a cat.
And thus, the first lawyer VTuber was born.
I mean, basically, yeah. Let's save here, and let's go and try to get some woolly fur balls.
Woolly fur balls. Just need one.
Let's try to get some woolly fur ball.
Yes.
It's still raining, and yet the goblin is still trying to water the lawn.
He's doing his best.
Using the computer as a controller does have some danger points to it. One, the disconnection stuff that happens on a semi-regular basis. Two, the hotkeys on the back, one of which is set to start and stop OBS. The other, I don't remember what I tried to set it for, but apparently it's set for the pause button.
How fun. Did you
Also,
set it to spacebar?
Spacebar isn't the pause button.
Oh.
I don't know what on the keyboard is the pause button.
Is it the P?
No, P would actually just, like, stop. It's not pause,
Oh.
I think. Anyway, I'm pretty sure we got woolly fur ball. We only have 2 gold and 4 of the platinum. Let's go buy another platinum real quick. So we don't have enough gold. We're like 3 short on that.
Yeah, you need... I think you need 5 gold, 6 platinum, 2 silver.
So we still need 3 more gold, and I don't know where I can keep going mining for extra gold.
Do you want to buy some?
Can I buy some?
Can't you?
Not as far as I'm aware.
Oh. Well, then this game sucks.
Yeah, it's not like the later Rune Factory games where you can buy basically anything you want with a bit of determination. Rune Factory 4 especially was really, really good about letting the player just buy crafting ingredients. Because there's one NPC that will sell you basically any crafting ingredient as long as you have already purchased, as long as you have already shipped it out at least once, you can buy it from her.
How fun.
And she doesn't even have a specific shop, so you just add her to your party, go and... I'm trying to think while I'm also playing. Bad combination. Yeah, just add her to your party, check her inventory, she doesn't have what you want, go save the game, reload the game, and then just keep reloading and checking her inventory until she actually has the stuff you want. If you still want more stuff, save, reload, and keep trying. Just like over and over again until you actually get the things you want.
Vicious cycle.
Wait a second, I have an idea.
What? Is it the one that you usually do, where you just rewind after smashing a rock and see if you get something different?
I believe that you get the same thing from a rock, like if I just do a normal, like, touch the attack button attack, I'd get the same item each time. But I believe I get different items if I charge 2 different amounts.
Oh. And how many levels of charge are there?
Blue, purple, and orange. So, there's the top plus 3 layers of charge. So that rock is giving me nothing at all. So these 2 just give me junk.
Feels like I'm wearing nothing at all. Nothing at all. Nothing at all.
I think all 4 of these are just going to give me junk.
But I thought you got rid of yours.
Well, that's what they're giving me. I'm not getting anything good out of them. No. You should have mentioned something about that earlier.
I mean, I only just noticed because I only just tabbed over.
Stream. Retros. So, I've tried to record 3 videos today. And I don't know why, but I spend a lot of my day trying to, like, get a hold with people, trying to, you know, do discussions, do messages, you know, talk to people about certain things. Nothing. Literally nothing. Nothing at all. Nothing. I tried to do a recording, because I figure, okay, whatever, maybe they'll be on in an hour, and it's always, without a doubt, while I'm recording, the other person's like, oh, hey, are you here? I'm here for like 5 minutes, let's talk about the thing right now, let's go! And it's like, gee golly, can you calm down? Like right now, out of the blue, someone wants to chat with me about ideas for the Vancouver event. And all that. It's like, I'm doing a thing. You be calm, please. Screw it, I'm drinking this potion. Wait, why is... Where have all the rocks now gone? Well, there's no more rocks around here at all. Wait, I didn't do the island yet. I think. Probably not. Maybe. I might have. I don't know. I don't think so. I did it once, but that was in the failed recording.
There's no such thing as a failed recording.
Zara, have you met me?
You're not a recording.
Zara, have you met me?
You're not a recording.
Who turned out the lights?
You right? Oh, please tell me you get that reference.
Yeah, I know. Markiplier. Markiplier Uno.
Specifically the one where he just made a soundboard of just a bunch of things that he said. Might I advise not missing?
Let's go in here.
You know, it's really hard to, you know, make judgment of, whether, the different charges are actually going to do anything if you just randomly choose what charges and then leave the area after one attempt.
So 0, 1, 2. So that did nothing.
So you're saying that charges are all suck?
Apparently for some rocks they seem to be set to be the same thing no matter what. Other rocks, charges might do something. See, leaving and coming back, now this drops something different.
Huh.
So I just have to come on back again. Alright, so next time should be gold. Iron, bronze, silver, fire. Sigh. Screw it, whatever.
Claire?
What?
You just hit that scorpion with your hammer.
It hit itself with my hammer, thank you. Oh, come off of it. Hits me for like 1 damage, but then I'm poisoned for like 10 damage a second. And because it means so much to you... Oh, I can't rewind that far. Never mind. Ah! Scorpion does like 1 damage. But then, of course, poison! Use antidote herb! Which, of course, I do have like a stack of it, but... I don't really want to just keep using antidote herbs over and over and over again.
I know, you'd rather just rewind time. Like
Exactly, it's so much easier.
Who do you think you are, the doctor?
Who?
Very funny.
Oh, thanks, I try. So much. Psych. Scorpion's back.
And you hit it again with your hammer.
Because of auto-aim. Stupid
That's
auto-aim.
auto-aim.
I can't, it's just part of the game.
Tell the game to stop letting you cheat.
Gold!
Okay, how much more do you need?
I think it's still like 2. Wait. Oh, this is a level 3 gold, so yeah, 2 more.
Okay. And how much more platinum do you need?
I'm good on platinum. Yeah, where is the North Beach?
Probably, north? That's probably an area to the north with water on it.
I mean, at least I keep accidentally hitting the pause button, not the stop the recording button. Right, Moonflower. Ruin Shrine. Game just lags a little bit. 1 more gold!
Only 1 more.
mining level up.
How do you get to that beach?
Oh, through this thing.
Yeah.
North Beach.
Alright. It's probably that thing.
You think this is the Death Stalker?
Maybe. I don't know.
Because if so, that thing is really bloody annoying to kill. Might be just a scorpion. I'm sure the game will tell me after I kill one of them if that's the thing or not. Nope, neither of them were the thing.
Oh. Wait, what time of day is it?
Midnight.
Oh. Weird.
Which means I have to go and put all of this stuff away.
Except for your gold, silver, and platinum.
Yeah, you know, just the useless things. Fire, gemstones.
Your sanity.
Please, I never had that in the first place. I never had that in the beginning place. I'm sorry, is this a... Alright. Excess silvers. Excess scrap irons, extra bronze. There you go. Also, time to get a little bit of mining XP. See, I feel like someone's trying to message me about cooperating in the Vancouver, like, board game / tabletop room and all that. Speaking of which, I had an idea that I think works well with the theme of the convention, and also solves the what to be used as the main game for the convention.
Uh-huh.
And the idea is, we don't necessarily have a main game. The theme is like fantasy RPGs / like tabletop role-playing games, right? So we have a bunch of different tabletop role-playing games that are all modified to fit a pony theme.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that was the idea.
It really seemed like, no one really wanted to think of it that way, which is weird.
Yeah, they just wanted to do, it's like, hey, let's just do D&D. Let's have D&D theme. Let's do D&D, let's have a D&D convention, but call it ponies. And it's like, if you want to host a D&D convention, like, I'm all for that, but then just call it, you know, a D&D convention. Don't use the good name of ponies in vain. Also, I don't have the time to actually till that field. But I do have enough time to grab all the runes out of it. I wonder if that's gonna just be 3 runes every day now. So if so, that would be neat. And for the first time in a little while, I might actually have 2 separate days in one video because... well, 2 separate... I guess 3, technically, because there's the night before and then, like, the day, but it's like, meh, whatevs. Anyway... Yeah, so now I'm just trying to find various different tabletop RPGs that I could, you know, teach to people who have never heard of the game before and play with people who have never heard of the game before, and also modify to be pony related. Plus, I'm looking for a tabletop RPG I can potentially run that uses nothing but, like, say, a deck of cards and maybe some, like, dice. Well, not too bad.
Yeah, man.
Alright, is the field still right? Yep! So that's just infinite free runes. Now all I need is, I think it's just 1 more gold, actually, right? I just need 1 more gold, and then we can make the tools, and probably then, like, end of this episode.
Yeah,
Make the tools, make the updates of the tools, whatevs. Yeah, I think these animals can go without any new feed for a while. I only have 1,400 in here. They require about 16 per day. Okay. Oh, would you look at that? My strawberries are ready to harvest.
Your strawberries are ready? Strawberry.
Strawberry. There's something to be said for adults enjoying watching children's entertainment, and like people often try to shame adults, but it's like, oh, you watch like such and such show, that's made for kids. But it, like, you watch The Owl House, that's made for kids. It's like, it is, and that's part of what makes it a good show. Like, could you imagine something like that? Something so what? Hopeful? Could you imagine a show with, like, magic and lesbians and, you know, going to another world and stuff, but, like, made for, like, adults? It's like, what if I don't want to watch a show and just, you know, watch people die all the time? Game of Thrones. What if I want to watch a show that has, like, you know, LGBT people in it, but not specifically, and then we had sex, and then we had sex, and then we had sex?
Yeah, but honestly, yeah, really thinking about it, the only thing discerning the difference between a show meant for kids and the same concept but for adults is more people die and people are definitely having sex.
Yeah, I don't like it when a character that I like just dies, especially if they're just killed off because, aha, this will shock the viewers to see this person dying. It's like, yeah, it does shock. Why would you do that? But it's like, shows made for adults. Like, what's a TV show that's made for adults that's actually somewhat enjoyable? Doctor Who, right? Actually, no. Doctor Who was not made for adults. Doctor Who was made for everyone. Doctor Who was originally an edutainment, an education show.
Yeah. Hey, you got your gold.
Yeah. So once again, kind of more or less children's programming. So it's like, okay, show actually made for adults. There was... Yeah, Invincible was definitely made for adults.
I've still never seen it. Because it looks dull.
It's... it does get dull. I mean, okay. It has, like, the same thing that a lot of, like, superhero-type movies and shows have, which is like, I'm the main character. I just got my superpowers. But I better not tell anybody. Oops, my best friend found out. Oops, my girlfriend found... It's like, I have to keep this a secret from everybody I care about, or else they'll be murderified. So I can't tell them, and then they get angry at me for not telling them, and I have to just go, yep, I'm the jerk. So what do we need for the hammer?
Hammer, string, 3 platinum and 1 gold. Is that it?
What?
Yeah, that's it.
I can't put more stuff on.
Oh.
6 ingredients is all it holds. Alright, so the lumber axe upgrade. This is the lumber axe. So not the final step.
Lumber axe. 3 gold, 2 silver.
Alright. But yeah, it's like... Whatever, show... But it's like... Yeah. I mean, to be fair, even a lot of, like, children's shows fall into that same thing of, oh, I can't tell anybody about my secret, or else, you know, people are going to hurt the people I care about the most. But also, Invincible, definitely made for adults, but also goes a step forward in the stupid direction of, like, basically the powers are their Superman. And very, very, very often, the dad Superman takes off from his own backyard with, like, almost an explosion of force that would be enough to, like, shatter nearby windows, and somehow nobody has... So I wanted to know which one of these was the lower tier gold. But it's like, very often you have this man, you know, starting flying from his own backyard with the force that should be able to shatter nearby windows, and somehow nobody has figured out that basically Superman lives there. Nobody, not a one. Oh, it's like, yeah, main character, it's like, oh, I have to keep my secret identity super secret. Oh, but yeah, I'm just going to, you know, run into a phone box, get changed in like 2 seconds, and come back out. Nobody's gonna notice. So it's like...
I mean, there's a lot of things that make no sense with that, like, oh, but what's the classic, you know, the people reacting to Superman showing up? Look, there, up in the sky. It's a bird, it's a plane, it's Superman. Why are those first 2 people so excited about seeing a bird or a plane, respectively?
They were so desperate that they think even a bird can solve all of their problems. Well, I guess we're done with smelting. We don't need to smelt anything ever again unless we want to upgrade our tools more.
So unless there's a benefit to just having the skill level higher, yeah.
Yeah,
Congratulations, done.
yeah,
Unless,
but
of course, you do decide you want to, level up your, make a better hoe, or a better fishing pole, or a better sickle.
meh.
What kind of hoe do you have now, anyways?
I don't know. Don't think I.
A rusty hoe, a sturdy hoe, a seasoned hoe, a shiny hoe, or a blessed hoe?
I don't know. So. It's all good. This stuff.
Would you rather have a super sickle or a legend sickle?
I'm good.
You know what I just realized? They should have made the top tier one, just orange sickle. Orange sickle.
Oh, that's not open yet.
You get it?
Yeah, I know what an orange skull is. I've had orange skulls before.
Okay, well, you didn't respond, so...
Yeah, it wasn't a good joke. Yeah. Okay, and then there's the whole thing of anime. Some people believe that no matter what the show is, if it's, well, animated at all, it has to be a children's show. Which means that all anime are children's shows.
You know, to the people who think that all, animated shows have to be for children, clearly have never seriously watched stuff like, say, Family Guy or South Park or even the frickin' Simpsons. Most of that is not meant to be, for kids. But most of us, who grew up with The Simpsons, did because, A, it was a cartoon, therefore it's fine for the kids to watch it. Our parents, just watch with us too, and it's just like, because it's at the time of night where they would be, watching TV too, and it's just like, oh, okay, this is pretty good. Never really letting it sink in that, hey, maybe some of this content isn't kid appropriate.
Oh, don't worry. I was a really stupid kid as a kid, so I never really got all of, like, the adult jokes from, like, Simpsons or Family Guy. So I made up, in my mind, my own reason for why the jokes are funny. And, like, the jokes made sense to me, but it wasn't, like, the obvious, oh, it's, it's an inappropriate body part. Ha 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 ha. That's humor. Like, I'm thinking the joke is, hey, this person just, like, absentmindedly drew, like, a really nice pair of eyes. And, like, that's the joke that they, drew something so nice, and then they just went off like it was, and then just ignored it like it was nothing. Or something. Like something you might see in SpongeBob. Yeah. Or like something you might see in SpongeBob or whatever. Like, remember that art episode of SpongeBob? There's like, okay, first you draw a circle, and Scooter's like... And then SpongeBob's like, yeah, got it! It's like, how'd you draw such a perfect circle? Okay, well, first you draw a face, and then you erase a few features, now it's a skull all of a sudden. That goes unmentioned. And then you erase a few more, and now it's a perfect circle. Like, I thought that shows were doing, like, that kind of a comedy, whatever. I remember there was one cartoon, I don't remember what the heck it was, where someone was, like, I think trying to do the tablecloth thing, where, you rip out the tablecloth, but everything stays fine. They rip it out, and then everyone sitting at the table is like, "Oh, hey, nice job," and they applaud. It's like, no, it's like, no, what I meant to do was, and then they just brush all of the silverware and dishes and stuff off the table anyway.
I know exactly what bit you're talking about, but I also don't remember what show that's from.
I think that was from Futurama. I think that was Bender who did that.
Yeah, I think
Because he has a telescoping arm. But it's like just a joke of someone does something actually really impressive. But it was not what they wanted to do, so it still is a failure. And I think Cyanide and Happiness even had a comic of that topic as well. Someone storms at home, it's like, oh, why must I fail at everything I do? They throw a table on its side, everything on the table, and also the table itself balances on top of each other in a perfect stack. But yeah, anyway.
Anyways,
Animated shows! Just because something is animated does not mean that it has to be for children.
Agreed.
But it's like, even stuff that is made for children is generally better than stuff that's made for adults.
I mean, yeah.
Like, what is a show that we have seen that is specifically made for adults? Doctor Who, I believe, like, originally was meant for children, but then became, like, all ages programming.
Even nowadays, it has caters more to a teenager audience. Like, the spin-off Torchwood, that one was definitely meant to be much more for an adult audience. Mainly because they really let Jack Harkness be all, basically, super bisexual.
Yeah. But yeah, like, what is a show that's, like, good that's made for adults? The only things I'm thinking of are Supernatural, which, to be fair, my little brother watches, so... and Game of Thrones that everybody hates.
Sorry, what?
And Game of Thrones, which apparently everybody hates.
I mean, I don't know. I've not really seen an episode of it, so...
Apparently people liked it, but then the last season was just all like, hey, you know this lore we made? Yeah, well, forget that. Let's do something else instead.
I mean, you know why that happened, though, right?
Why was it a new writer?
Book.
Oh.
It's the same reason why there's so much filler and stuff like Dragon Ball Z and a lot of anime. Because the show caught up to the books.
Yeah, but it's like, imagine if in season 3 of The Owl House, it was actually Luz's mom who, turns out that she was actually a witch all along and she just did magic and just defeated Bellows herself.
Yeah, that would be kind of a weird letdown. It would be interesting, like, at first, but then it was, oh.
Yeah.
That kind of just cheapens the whole experience.
Or if, like, after the finale and the little epilogue thing, it was revealed that somehow Luz managed to get her own battle sack and could do magic on her own.
Honestly,
No explanation for how she got it.
I mean, there's also no
she just has it.
explanation how she has figured out a way, for her and, String Bean to have magic. As she said, we figure out a way.
No, because palismans have magic, because they're made out of, like, magical lumber. Palismans have magic.
Yes.
Normally the palisman is just there to enhance a witch's own natural magic, but they do have magic of their own, so Luz with String Bean can do some magic, but not as much as, like, an actual witch with a talisman would be able to do. Notably, I don't think they actually use magic, in the epilogue.
Yeah, in the epilogue, we never do see Luz or String Bean using magic, correct?
Yes.
But yes, naturally, of course.
But yeah, it's like... But, like, it almost feels like, at least in some cases, that people who make children's shows actually care about the show.
Yes.
like Avatar: The Last Airbender, awesome show. But then Korra, like Avatar: Legend of Korra, definitely like still a good show, but a step down from the awesomeness of what Avatar: The Last Airbender was. But also notably, it was made for a slightly older audience. Wasn't so much just a kids show anymore.
Well, I mean, it mostly was meant for
Like
people
teenagers.
who grew up watching Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Yeah. But then I had a problem of, one, recycling jokes from the original, two, trying to make all of the characters and enemies in a stronger power scaling, whatever it was, and three, trying to make the show more, like, darker and edgier, while also still being kid-friendly. Which didn't seem to work quite so well, but it's still nice, just... yeah. Anyway, this has been an episode of Rune Factory. Notably, a video game made for kids! Okay. That's actually a good question. Video games specifically made for adults that don't, one, have sexual content, and two, have gore. GTA is the closest thing because it's not so much gore. So for the most part,
it has a lot of violence.
yes, a lot of violence though.
A lot of violence, however, for the most part, it's treated as meaningless violence because, straight up, if the character doesn't have a name, there's an infinite number of them.
Yep. So it's like, okay, like, pretty much all the games I play on my channel are, like, children's games, essentially. Usually rated E or rated T, because there's nothing really that's rated M, that's aka, like, a game made for adults, that I would be comfortable running on here. Like, are there any games made for adults that are actually rated E?
Rated E?
Like, rated E for anyone, like, strictly speaking, there's no, like, gratuitous violence, there's no gore, there's no nudity, like, something that, you know, but it is flat out made for adults to play.
Huh. Let me...
You know what? Actually, for anyone who's made it this far in the episode, which is... I mean, hi Chandra. Leave a comment down below, a game that is made specifically for adults to play, that is either at least rated E, or at least doesn't have the things that I'd mentioned. Like, Ratchet & Clank does have a more mature humor to it, but I think that's still rated T.
Yeah, that's rated T. Like, that's the thing. It's absolutely intended for a teenage audience.
Yeah. So it's not children, but it's still teenager, but it's... yeah, so it's not adult. But it's like Grand Theft Auto, made for adults, but also violence, and often has sexual activity and stuff, and it's like... San Andreas?
How do you feel about, say, something like the Portal games?
I mean, that is an interesting point, because those are rated E or T.
I think they would have to be rated T because of there is a little bit of violence, but
But I played Portal 1 as a kid.
yeah,
like,
exactly. It's something that's, you know what, at worst, like, for a kid, it's just maybe a little bit scary.
It wasn't so much scary, it was like some of the puzzles were difficult.
Well, that's what I mean at parts.
Oh, yeah. So it's like, okay, yeah. I was actually thinking about Portal earlier. So yeah, Portal, kind of. Maybe like a big, like, very complicated puzzle game might be made for adults, but could technically be played by children.
Oh, you mean like the We Were Here series?
I don't remember those, but anyway, this episode's been going on long enough. So if you know anything, leave it in the comments below, and if you don't know anything, join the club.